The video is Lili Nishmas Shmuel Bach and Chaim Tzidoyev and a full stem to Chaim from Vesperam Yamalka. I want to begin with such a tremendous thank you to everyone that responded, those that didn't respond also, but those that gave their ingenious answers. I had a beautiful class of boys from Hank, close family, a cousin of mine that had his whole class step up, FaceTime. We FaceTime together and gave different answers to the question that we left off with. And that is, how is it possible to be Mekayim the mitzvah of sukka if there's only room to sleep for one person? And Baruch Hashem, I'll tell you some of the creative answers that I got. Of course, a bunk bed, Taubi and Eitzah. Not easy to have a bunk bed in the sukkah. Someone else said, a few people said, maybe one on top of the other. Someone else said that they should sleep in their friend, one of them should sleep in the friend's sukkah. Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, so here's the answer. And those that, the Chachamim, Talmidei Chachamim, that already knew this answer, we're going to see if you really know the answer. Why? Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach said the following. He came up with this Gavaldic answer. He said, look, the obligation is to go to sleep. So much so, that Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach holds, and it's written in Halicha Shlomo, that if a person is ready to go to bed, now that Baruch Hashem, a lot of people are listening and preparing and making sure they're going to sleep this year in the sukkah. So when a person prepares to go to bed, he should make a separate bracha. That means that even though generally speaking we don't make a bracha when we sleep, because we're fulfilling that obligation through the eating, when we make the bracha on eating. But if now that's it, now we're ready going to go to bed, you make a bracha. This is Rosh Hashanah's chiddush. But says Rosh Hashanah, but now you only have room for one person. What do you do? So he said like this. He said, since the obligation is to go to sleep, is to fall asleep, not to fall asleep outside of the sukkah. So when a person, so what do you do? It's very simple. One person goes to sleep. Once he's sleeping, he's now exempt from the mitzvah because he's asleep. And he's part of more mitzvahs, like a shaita. We'll get back to that in a moment. Now, since he's a deep sleeper, as I pointed out, his friend, his chavrusa, whatever it is, pulls him out quietly and brings him into the house. And now he could go to sleep. Now, of course, if that guy wakes up, he's going to have to do the same thing over again. Now, even though this sounds so beautiful, really it's a pliya in many ways. Number one, it's not so simple that when a person is asleep, he's part of Mikol HaMitzvahs. And I'll ask you the following question. The Talmidei Chachamim and everyone, the kids in Hank. What happens if someone's on the bus? Someone told me this story about Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach himself. There were two things that bothered him. And Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach is not a person that gets bothered very easily. I don't know I can't remember the second one, but one of them, he was once on the bus. It was during Sukkot. And the young man, or a yeshiva boy, woke him up because he was sleeping outside of the sukkah. Was he right to do that? Shlomo Zalman was not happy. He was disappointed that that's what he did. Sometimes a person being too frum, especially derech eretz, always comes first. But this person felt, what do you mean? He's sleeping outside of the sukkah. Now, interesting, in Halicha Shlomo, in the Sefer from his Talmidim, it says that if a person is sleeping outside of the sukkah be'oines, against his will, then you're not supposed to wake him up. Now you should know, it's not agreeable by everyone. The Ben Ish Chai, holds no. You see someone falling up, so obviously this guy held like the Ben Ish Chai. But I told my chavrus, I was learning with someone, he said, yeah, but maybe it's only oines. Oines means circumstances beyond your control. So I said, I jumped up. I was so excited because I have a Beferish, one of the Rishonim, in Shas, I'm not going to tell you who it is, you're going to have to figure it out yourself. Where in Shas do you see that every person, when sleep starts coming over us, that means when we're starting to fall asleep, there's nothing we can do, and it's considered oines. Where in Shas do we see that? Now this is a very, very, very expensive prize. I don't know how many dapim it's worth. In any case, we'll let you think about it. Halacha l'maaseh, I zicha would follow Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. Number one, you could rely on his chap, if you get someone that knows how to fall asleep. And number 10, stays asleep. Number two is that you should not wake someone that's sleeping during sukkahs, and a lot of times it happens in the Beis Midrash or something like that. And number three, I want you to bring me a raya, that when sleep comes, there's nothing you can do about it. Hatzlachat everyone, have an amazing day.